Let's go. Come on.
Finally got my friends in the back of my roller. We gon' make it big one day. We gon' make it big, I say. We gon' make it big, just stay in there. Stay in the mood.
Hey guys. Starting with my morning routine. Feeling very tired. I woke up a little bit later because I slept late, but I made a promise to myself, so I have to stick to it.
Haven't seen you smile since December. Ripped your heart, got a brand new one since you got lost in November. See it in your eyes when we leave for the night. Way too many heartbreaks still on your mind. Let the flame burn down for a while. Let the flame burn out for a while. Stay in the moment. Stay in the moment with me. Give you a moment. Give you a moment with me. Smell all the roses. Smell all the roses with me. Just give you a moment. Stay in the moment with me.
Hey guys, we are done. We are done with the jog. So we're just heading down to have some Pilates. So we're just heading down to have some Pilates. I'm just gonna show you guys a little portion of my land. So I've got this track where it was tarred, but it's still holding up, and I can just jog up and down it over here. And then where the sun comes up is behind these trees. That is where the sun comes up. If we actually had to cut these trees, you can see the ocean far over there. It's one of my most beautiful. It's like one of my favorite things about living here. It's just so serene. Like, these trees are so tall and they're just everywhere. And when you go straight here, it's still a portion of my land, but we've only ever been there once when our mom-in-law was walking through it to see how big it is. And we call it that we say she was giving the land we say she was giving the land blessings, because after that everything ran so smoothly, you know. And I think she's just such a gift to us, like just having a mom like her. So we were really excited to show her this land when we first bought it, because I had been speaking to her for I think the whole 9 months from the time I was initially pregnant with my son. We were speaking about this land and, you know, having no land, but still speaking about wanting to go. Say hi, Mr. Babsy.
Hello.
How was your jog? How are you?
How are you?
Okay.
I'm fine.
You're fine. Good morning, guys. If I haven't said good morning yet, back from Pilates and a jog. So I'm gonna make a smoothie. My husband, hey baby.
Hey, love you.
Thank you.
Coffee for the morning.
Oh, love you. Thanks, babe. So my husband just made me coffee, and I think my favorite thing about him being home is just the coffee in the morning. One of the things. But I'm gonna make a smoothie first, and I also need to make some just boiling water with lemon and cinnamon, which I'll show you guys shortly. But wow, that was quite a workout. Like, that Nicole Pilates girl knows what she's doing, because why are my thighs not my thighs anymore? They feel like they're detached from my body. But it feels so good to be doing something healthy and like routine, you know, because I think I said in the last vlog, or if I don't post that vlog, then I'll say it now, like it feels so good to just basically be in some form of routine, you know, after a long period of just disorganization. But yeah, let's make some smoothies. Basically, got some spinach frozen, got some cucumber, got some pineapple. That is basically what goes into my spinach, and that's basically what goes into my smoothie, and some ice cubes. using this ratchet container. You will understand why very, very soon. Soon you will get it. You will get it, you will get it. Very, very soon. Okay, let me just toss some ice cubes in there. I was supposed to refill this last night. Okay, I'm gonna grab some water. Don't judge my pantry. I have not been actually not a pantry, it's a larder, but same thing, same-ish thing. And now you shall understand why I have to use a ratchet container to blend my smoothie. My husband and I do this thing, it's called choosing your L's. Your baby wants something that isn't conventionally okay for him to want, but he wants to participate. So you choose your L so that he can be happy, because it doesn't actually hurt you at the end of the day. It's just a little bit of an inconvenience. You know what I mean? Come. Yeah. Woo! So come to the side. Come, Anna. Stop it. Come. Go, Sam. What was it? So I don't know, you guys could probably see some doors in there, but it's because I'm still busy. Okay, this is why. And that is why. Cheers, but I normally don't have this until after my shower, so I need to take a shower now, but I need to make my husband's one as well, Shane, because I know he's definitely gonna want one later on. Good boy. Thank you. Funny story actually. So when we were giving birth to my daughter, we had already picked that we're gonna name her Sapio Band, and Daddy hadn't come up with the second name yet. So we're there about to give birth like in 2 minutes, and he goes, I really like the name Anesu. I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's just I obviously suggested this name to you a couple of months ago and you were like, not sure. And I think he was just saying basically it hung around in his mind, right? So we're like, okay, cool, we name her Anesu. And then we realized Ndloso and Anesu are basically the same name. They basically speak to intention. They basically speak to a plan, you know, a greater plan. So yeah, that was really special. Anyway, just finished making his smoothie now. So just gonna pour it in his jar and take it up.
Alright, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So big. Yes, thank you.
just gonna take a seat. Well, I'm already seated. I'm gonna drink my tea, and then I'm gonna just charge my camera because the battery is low, and we're heading out today, but not for long. It's just to get a couple of stuff, and yeah, I've got a hair order that I need to get ready for pickup this afternoon, and yeah, that's gonna be it. Okay, bye.
Bye.
See, I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, Mama. There you go. There you go. There you go. Hey guys, so I'm in the car now. Gosh, it's so hot. It's literally one of those days where it's just really hot. But I'm about to head into the city now. So I need wet wipes for the kids. I think I probably need some cucumber and pineapple. And I also need to buy some packaging for my client because I'm out of some paper bags. So I need to get those so that I can obviously package her order and send it off. I don't know how to vlog while driving, and I'm probably not gonna, to be honest. Because with this car, like, I'm still definitely getting used to it. I'm still getting used to it track him. And so yeah, I've got some coffee here. I just poured the coffee that my husband made to me into this flask because I was running late, so I wasn't going to be able to drink coffee. It's a little hot. Okay guys, check you when I check you. Our parents' gospel slaps harder. Slaps the hardest, okay? Gotta get copyrighted. I'll just do a small little what I got, but it's literally nothing, like it's not much, but I'll just do a quick what I got, what I picked up, and then yeah. Okay. Hi. So sorry. Hi, Sappy girl. Oh, Dana. Oh, baby, sorry. I'm okay. Are you okay? Okay, baby. Hey guys, so I'm back and waiting. Looking at my teeth. Have a seat. I'm going to. Loud? I'm back from the shop. So I basically got some knickknacks, pineapple. I think I'll show you guys a bit later on how I make my pineapple weight loss tea. It's actually been helping me a lot, and I've only been proper like working out for a couple of days, but I can feel like my insides just feel clean. I'll tell you guys if there's like an actual kg drop in my next vlog. And then I thought I'd try these. They actually taste so good and they were so affordable. They're called Snacky Fingers by Pick and Pay. So I thought I'd give them a try. They actually taste really good. And then I just got 2 loaves of bread, nothing much. And then I did pass by Truett's, I think. Is it Truett's? No. Edgar's. But anyway, I did pass by Edgar's because I was looking for, I need a new perfume. So they gave me 2 samples of the Burberry Goddess, and oh my gosh, because I tried it out first and I wasn't sure, but I was like, let me see how it sets. And guys, oh my god, like I'll show you guys the samples. But I got 2 samples and I'm definitely coming back to buy it. Like I need to save up a little and see if I can't buy it because it literally smells amazing. Like I walked into the house and my husband is like, oh my gosh babe, you smell so good. And I was like, period. Okay. Period. Like, and then he wrote it down. He wrote it down, so I'm pretty sure he's probably like, like my husband likes collecting or like writing down things that I like so that he can make my prezzies interesting. He's so sweet. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just having the smoothie right now, the smoothie that I had made earlier on. I haven't eaten, but I'm starving, but I don't want to eat before I've had her in case I start overeating like for no reason, like just because I'm really hungry. And yeah guys, I think this is probably where I'm gonna end. Guys, check what I'm using as a straw. It's one of Mr. Bubsy's syringes, but it's got like such a big nozzle and I forgot to buy myself. I actually wrote down that I need to buy myself a metal straw and I forgot. So this is what I'm using for now. Hopefully tomorrow I can get myself a nice metal straw. I'll ask my husband so since he's going out tomorrow. But yeah guys, so nothing much on the update. I'll just check you guys a little later on.
Maybe you're tired of the waves that come and knock you off your feet. I'd long to see you on a day when you won't drown. The constant dragging and deceit, your hands been tied in there to greet a life that's bounded to a world that keeps on taking every day. Maybe you're tired of the strains, the lonely highs, the constant rains that seep right through you on the days you're coming down.
Okay guys, this is my food. It's chokka with some minced stew and a bit of mayo. So this is what I'm having for lunch.
You take the highs and lows.
The time is 6:46 on a Saturday. It's very difficult for me to wake up today because I slept late. I'm also just tired, you know, but I made a commitment to myself, and I know that the only thing worse than sticking to my commitment, which is only a temporary suffering feeling, for an even greater feeling during the day of knowing that I stuck to my promise. But what's worse than having to commit is realizing you've broken it. Because like, if you aren't even trustworthy to yourself, if you can't keep your own promises, who are you? You know? So anyway, I had committed to 30 days of exercise. 30 minutes of exercise a day. But today I'm just gonna do some aerobics with Ava on YouTube instead of Pilates and a run. So I normally do 45, even though I committed to 30. So today I'm tired, but I'm allowing myself to do 30 at least. Good morning. I'm just gonna have my smoothie and then I'm gonna take a bit of a break. And then I've been wanting to film a life update and just tell you guys about why I've been MIA for so long. It's just I don't know, I've been trying to find the right time and also how to, I think I just wanted to sound detailed, like I want to give you guys all the details, and then the video ends up being too long. I've actually tried filming one 3 times now. 3 times I've tried filming a life update, but yeah, I will definitely, I think when I'm making my tea, I'll probably just let you guys in on everything that's been going on. But yeah, check you guys a little bit later. Cheers. Morning guys, just got my coffee here. Oh gosh, he makes the best coffee. Literally, I've been telling him that for years. Anyway, I've got absolutely nothing planned today except I'm just gonna tidy up. I'm just gonna tidy up, relax, and then later on I'm going to cook some creamy bolognese, because it's a Sunday, and one thing about Sundays is we will have pasta. Oh, well, I also need to make my weight loss tea. It's actually such a good tea, like it honestly just makes you feel so good on the insides. Like I think I'm just so obsessed with feeling good now and just feeling healthy, and if that gives me weight loss, perfect. But even right now, like I'm not completely like, I'm not like, oh my gosh, like I hate my body and stuff. I'm just okay with my body, and I'm just like, if I could just tone up, because improvements is for everything, you know. I mean, improvements is always a good thing. Like always just trying to make yourself better than you were yesterday. But I think for me, I just want to feel healthy. Like I just want to look back at a month and just be like, wow, like I was just so healthy. Anyway, I wanted to quickly give you guys a life update like I promised I would. Okay, so my son is about 7 months and we found out that we were pregnant with another baby. So backstory. My husband and I knew that we wanted to have our kids really close. We just weren't sure about like the exact timeline, but we knew like first 2 we want them to be at least 2 years apart, and then like the second 2 also like 2 years apart, but a bit of a gap between the first 2 and the second 2, which we're not so sure about the second 2 anymore. Let me just okay, we haven't slept in years, so we're putting a question mark on the second 2. But yeah, so we found out that we were pregnant with our little girl, Sophie girl, and she's honestly such a peaceful light. Like, oh, she's such a gift, and everything about her was such a surprise. Like, I didn't know I was pregnant. We weren't actually like trying. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, we weren't trying for a baby, because we were just still enjoying Mr. Bubsy, you know, but we didn't know like if it happened. I guess, you know, it happens, which it did. But yeah, so we were pregnant with her, and it was a really difficult pregnancy because I had just given birth and I had actually just finished breastfeeding my son. So it was a very difficult pregnancy on my body. Vlogging was out of the question. I mean, almost anything was out of the question. The first 3 months I was just going through insane nausea, and it's like it gets worse with every pregnancy. So with this one, it was just so bad. Like the nausea was just insane. I was literally bedridden. And then second trimester, I was just uncomfortable all the time, back pain, pelvic pain. My pelvis was still really kind of tender from, you know, the fact that I had just naturally given birth to my son. I will do a different video on my daughter. She was born with a C-section, so now I've actually experienced both natural birth and a C-section, so I think it'll be fun doing a video on that. But yeah, so The only thing about my daughter, like the timing that we were concerned about with my daughter, sorry, let me move the camera back so that you guys aren't so up close. But the only thing we were concerned about with the timing of my daughter being born was how much was going on in our lives. We were in the middle of building the house that we now live in, and my husband was also in the middle of completing his honors, and it was just so time consuming. Everything was so time consuming. I had gotten like a really nice kind of paying job, but I couldn't continue with it. So I'm not even looking at the camera. I had gotten like a nice paying job, you know. I thought I was just gonna kind of get on my feet again after giving birth to my son and just kind of, you know, go back to rediscovering myself. But I was just so tired. I was so tired and so sick that I just resigned, and I didn't go back, you know. And yeah, guys, it was just, there was so much going on in our lives. I mean, the house needed me pretty much most of the time because of the fact that my husband is both working and studying at the same time. So everything about the house, whether it was looking for contractors, tiles, staircase fabricators, everything, paint colors, like all that research was literally on me. And I loved doing it. Like it wasn't even like it was like a weight. It's just with being pregnant at the same time, you can understand why that would be so exhausting. But obviously it was something that I definitely enjoyed doing, and I was actually living in an answered prayer. So it's not like I was feeling bad for the fact that I have to curate this house. It was actually an amazing experience. You know, it's one of those things that I think I'm really passionate about. But they were very time consuming, and I was extremely exhausted all the time, you know. And then on top of that, we're obviously still adjusting to Mr. Bubsy, who was turning 1 in a couple of months. And yeah, guys, like having him around, he's growing, he's crawling, he's walking, he's discovering life. He's a menace, which he should, as he should be, because toddlers are meant to be just menaces, you know. But I really was, I wanted to give him time too, because I was so concerned about the fact that, damn, like I've gotten pregnant so soon. I hope you don't feel like I've taken away like a year of your life just being pregnant, because being pregnant can be a little selfish, you know. And I was like, I hope I haven't taken away, you know, time with you while you're growing. And I had obviously his nanny, who's now both my baby's nannies, who was there full time at the time. And she was really helpful, you know. It's just that I was just going through a lot. Like YouTube was the last thing on our minds. Social media was the last thing on our minds. Like we didn't only disappear from YouTube, we disappeared from social media as a whole for that year. So anyway, we tried with the podcast, like we were, because it's like, you know, it's a set time, we're shooting a video, and you know, it's a set time, and then with time, you know, continuing on, it just there was no time. Like whenever we were together, we were talking about the house. I was updating him on all the changes, all the things we need to do, or he was studying, or he was working. That's my husband, by the way. And yeah, it was just, so that part of the year was just extremely busy. Hey, no, I'm just filming a little life update. You wanna come past? I'm on the staircase, which is my little secret spot. No, you can come past, love.
You don't mind if I show my ass what I did?
Stop twerking for the camera.
Looking for my food. What's up, YouTube? Oh, 69 time for you.
I'm just filming and he's watching Ben 10. My daughter was born in December, right after Christmas. Actually, I was fully pregnant and just tired and exhausted. And she was born a couple of weeks early. Actually, she was a preemie baby. And honestly, that didn't surprise me. Like, if I'm being real, I knew it. Like, I knew she was going to be a preemie, because I was just so tired. Like, by the time we were in the end of second trimester, I was telling the doctor, like, I have nothing left. I was telling my husband, like, just crying to him, just saying, like, I am beat. Like, I am exhausted. I have nothing. my husband was literally like making dinner, helping the nanny with, like, he took over Ndloso, and he was literally Ndloso's guardian when our nanny had gone home full time, and I was just, looking after the baby that I was baking. And he was such a trooper, like, he really, really was such a trooper, because just tackling everything at the same time while I'm also just kind of, trying to get through this pregnancy. But she was just covered in so much prayer. I didn't really publicize her pregnancy because, again, like, I just knew that there was just too much happening at the same time. When there's too much happening in your life at the same time, well, let me not say because maybe some of you have experienced this and maybe some of you haven't, but I have this thing where if there's too much good happening in my life, I get anxious that something is gonna ruin, like something is gonna go wrong or something, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm always so like aware of that feeling, and I just kind of try to keep things private and closed in until they have actually come into fruition, because I'm just so afraid of energies, and I'm so afraid of just dark entities and people's intentions. I kept her a secret the whole time. I just really, it was so important to me that she arrives to this world safely, that she's healthy, that she's also given time to just grow and just be, without everyone knowing of her, without anyone knowing of her existence, but just given time to just grow, and just be like, just be healthy. And if anything were to go wrong, I would know deep down that it's God's way, and that this is just something, that was meant to be. And I wouldn't spend hours wondering if it's because I publicized it, or if it's because, I did this or I did that, because as a mom, like, you just put that on yourself. Like, anything wrong happens to your babies, I know a lot of mom, struggle with self-blame, and that's one of the things that I was afraid to struggle with as well with my daughter. So yeah, but she was healthy, a little girl. She was born at 2.7 kg, so even though she was preemie, she was quite big. And she was the most beautiful thing ever. Maybe I'll put up a picture here. She did have to stay in an incubator for like 2 weeks. But she was already just drinking so much milk, and she was just such a trooper. Like, I was so proud of her, and having to leave the hospital without your baby, like, excuse me. After that, I just had withdrawal symptoms. Like, a week into being home, I just started feeling like my body's been through something, but I didn't take anyone home. Like, my body felt that, and I just had like an emotional breakdown, like, because I was like, I just gave birth, but my baby's not here. And even though I know she's safe and she's in the preemie and the nurses did a really good job looking after her, I was still just really anxious about stop being
Sorry, delay.
It's okay, baby.
Shaking for my food.
Shaking for your food. Yeah, so I went through a lot of just like withdrawal, but after speaking to my mom-in-law, we're kind of like, what, you've just been through a lot emotionally, and it's all gonna be fine, and we kind of just prayed it out. And then my baby girl came home in the midst of just a whole nightmare of us building the house. So before I get into the whole house thing and the contractor, because I feel like that's just suckish news and I don't really want to get too much into it, but another update is that my husband and I got married this year. So we didn't have a wedding or anything big. We actually just went, signed at Home Affairs, prayed, and yeah, we had breakfast. Like, that was that. So yeah, we got married, and now I am Mrs. Ngama. So it's Popo Ngama now, not Popo Ntsele anymore, but it's still Popo N, because obviously the first letters are still the same, which I was kind of bummed about. Like, why am I still PN? Like, can I be like PM, PB? But it's fine, it's fine. And I feel really, really good with my decision. We feel really, really happy and just blessed to be able to even do that, like, time with the person you love, especially when you found your one, is such a futile thing. It all feels so short, because anything can happen any day, and life is so unpredictable, So I just feel so blessed that we're married, you know. We got married during this entire house build thing, you guys, like during chaos. We got married in the midst of chaos, and I'll tell you why. It's because every year since 2018, so PK came to Lobola at my house in 2018. So every year since 2018, we've been saying, we're gonna get married this year, we're gonna get married this year, but something always kind of, we feel like something always comes up in inverted commas, you know. Things happen, like drama happens where it's like for example, this year it was building the house. Maybe the previous year, can't remember what it was, but you know, like a life thing that just is taking a lot of your time. Or the previous year it was my daughter, the year before that it was my son, like just things. The year before that we were still healing from the loss of my son, you know what I mean? Like there's just always just life, you know. We always feel like, oh, life is doing this, so let's just get married after, and then we were like, this year, what the heck, like what the heck, every year something is gonna happen. We obviously pray that it's good, and we obviously pray that whatever challenges happen, you know, God helps us through them. But let's just go through them married, like it's just not a big deal anymore, you know. And we were in the midst of building the house, and we were like, but we're everything, like our finances are completely directed towards building this house, and how are we gonna have a wedding? And we were like, well, we won't have a wedding this year, and that's fine, you know. Obviously it's not fine, like we want, you know, a big wedding one day, but honestly, I'm 24. I've been engaged since I was 19, and I've always said to him that I'm not really in a rush for like a massive wedding. Like I'd kind of want to be established myself, have my own car, you know, just like be established before thinking about like a huge grand wedding. I want to be able to travel first. Like there's just things that I think, even if I had a huge lump sum of money right now coming in, like at the same time, I'd probably do other things before a massive wedding. And I think him too, you know. I think he's also still just busy building up his goals and stuff like that, and we're raising our little babies, and a huge wedding wasn't really in close proximity. So I honestly feel like if I'm gonna have a huge wedding, it's probably gonna be maybe when I'm like 30, 31, 32. I'm good with that. Like I'll understand then. I feel like maybe I would have done enough by then to be like, okay, you know what, let's just have a massive wedding, you know. And I think it'll be fine, and I think it'll be good because we'll probably be celebrating like our 5-year anniversary or our 10-year anniversary if I get married at 34. And yeah, like I'm really, really cool with it. So we were kind of just like, you know what, yeah. But we are planning to have just a smaller celebration with our immediate family and our immediate friends here in the house, maybe. Actually haven't decided on the venue, but we do just want to celebrate it. And we didn't get a honeymoon or anything like that, so we probably will want to do that in the future, in the closer future than the actual final wedding. And yeah, but right now we're honestly just getting our feet just in the sand, you know what I mean? Like we're just still adjusting to this beautiful home and new routine, and you know, so much was happening where I'll tell you now about the builder or the contractor, but so much was happening where we actually just lost routine, like everyday routine, you know. Nothing was stable, you know, nothing was healthy. We were kind of just pushing hard for this house to be finished, pushing hard for this contractor to leave us alone, and yeah, we're finally there. So now we're just in adaptation mode, you know. We're not rushing anything, and I just want to raise my kids. I want this home to be a home that's filled with everything we want it to be filled with. There's that. And then with our builder, what happened was, basically, just to give you guys the headline, our contractor tried to scam us out of 100,000 rand, and he tried to basically take the house from us by exercising his lien on the property. So if you are building, make sure that your builder signs a builder's lien waiver, because literally they can be just a nightmare, honestly, because we had to go through legal in order to get our house back, you know, in order for him to remove his lien from the property. And yeah guys, so he basically was trying to scam us out of 100k. He tried to basically run away without completing the house but still wanted to get paid. I think that's the power. I'm just like, no, that's brave. Like, I understand contractors run away from completion all the time, but wanting to run away and also demanding to get paid and trying to push us into a corner where you still get paid, that's special. Like, that's a special kind of boy. Like, that's a special kind of small boy. Like that was shocking to me. Anyway, so I think just the language, I think issues started with our contractor quite early on, actually. Halfway through our house, we kind of started noticing that this person actually has very narcissistic tendencies, and you know, he would gossip about his builder, he'd gossip about his own team. Like, we'd compliment the team for doing things, and then he'd like gossip about them, like, oh, I made him this, he wouldn't be this way if it wasn't for me. And we started sensing around then that, you know, something's weird here, but at the time we were kind of just like, we're just going to be professional, we're not really here to be friends, you know, you do your thing and you get paid, we don't care about your like personality or like your insecurities, you know. Little did we know that this person is so insecure that he is willing to do really messed up things in order to feel like he's the man, or to feel like he's, I don't know, the boss, whatever the hell his fantasies tell him he needs to be in order to be presumed to be, I don't know, big. But yeah, it was just a disgusting experience throughout the whole thing, because we were just constantly trying to nurse someone's ego. Like, we were constantly trying to mind ego, and because we knew, like, we had a goal in mind, and we knew we wanted this house to be complete, and we knew we were on a time crunch, so even looking for new contractors was just out of the question. And honestly, his team, like, his foreman is such a good person. Like, his foreman is so hardworking, and if he needs to fix something, he will fix it. So it was like we didn't really have a problem with the building team at all, actually, because we tell them this isn't straight, and they'd straighten it. And so we were like, okay, you know what, the house is going to be fine. Just problems that we had was with the plumber that the thingy hired, but we were able to get in another plumber who, you know, came to proper certify everything, thank goodness, to the bank, who completely insists on making sure that everything is certified to be livable and by the municipal standards. So thank goodness for all of these little things and these little certificates and these little inspections that had to go on throughout the building process, or else honestly we would have seen an even bigger nightmare of a contractor than the nightmare we had already experienced. He basically tried to move a security guard in here. He did move a security guard inside this property. He put a bed in our kid's bedroom. The guy was bathing in my bathtub with like, he wouldn't flush the toilet sometimes. Guys, I could list a whole lot of just disrespectful and just disgusting things that guy did, but honestly I think it just all boiled down to, you know, if I had to just come back to myself and come back to self-reflection, it all boiled down to the fact that next time we are building, we need to know and give ourselves enough time to plan, so that we can, you know, pick a contractor, take our time picking a really good contractor, you know. But I was like, you know what, it's fine. And again, thank goodness to inspections, thank goodness to our contract. Have a good contract, you guys, because our contract specified that if anything needed to be fixed, he needs to fix it, and we're not going to pay until it's fixed for. And so that's how we were actually able to actually force out good quality in some areas where, guys, some of these things were just left to crap, and we were like, no, we're not going to accept this, you know. And so we had a good contract that was protecting us. We had the bank standards and the inspector that was protecting us and protecting our money. We had a good legal team with AMC Hunter that fought for us when the contractor tried to take our house from us. We had a good defense, and I think that's what's brought us here to this point. We had a good defense against him. And yeah, I just learned the importance of raising your kids to be good people, you know, raising your kids to be confident, raising your kids to not feel like they need to compensate for themselves by being mean to others, or by being bullies, or by being abusive. Being content with yourself will save you from so much, and it'll honestly make you a better person out to the world, where you're not going to feel like you need to compensate every 2 minutes, you know. Like, what do you mean you want to select the tiles and now your ego's bruised because you're not selecting the tiles for someone else's house? You know, just the importance. I'm laughing, guys, but it wasn't funny back then. But like, just the importance of, you know, raising your kids to be confident people who are content with themselves and who do everything based off, you know, wanting to make decisions based off themselves, not based off emotion, not based off wanting to feel like they're the top guy where they walk in, because that's just it's such weird energy. But yeah, guys, insecurities in little kids become just really, really horrible red flags in adults. And I think kids that grow up being just insecure, and you know, kids that grow up feeling small, I think some of them just grow up to turn into narcissists. And it's a sad thing, you know, it's a sad thing, because, you know, we might look at him, and I used to look at him and vilify him for all the personality traits that he has now. But then I thought to myself, oh, you know, it's probably just his upbringing. Like, it's probably just his upbringing that turned him into the person that he is today. And if it was his upbringing that turned him into the person that he is today, then he had very little control over that, you know, which means, you know, he is who he is, you know. On a positive note, finally moving into the house, having the lawyers conquer everything for us and take care of him for us. Like, moving into the house was such a satisfying feeling, and living here, even though it hasn't been for long, has just been such a beautiful feeling. Finally getting into routine, just the simplest things, taking a shower, cooking in my kitchen, but doing the littlest things has been such a satisfying feeling, you guys. Like, just being here, because you've worked so hard, and when you're finally living in like something you've worked for, and you're just looking at every little decision that you made. You know, my husband and I picked out the staircase, we picked out everything, the paint color, every single thing. And so it's such a special feeling finally living in it and watching it and just remembering back to why we made certain decisions. It's a beautiful story to tell, and we tell it to our family, and it's always such a beautiful story to tell. Even in moments of complete darkness, and even in moments where, you know, morale was low and we were just exhausted, God always found a way to pull through for us. Our families have been so supportive, guys. The love, the support that we've received from our family throughout this journey has been so consistent and so pure that I think it's just brought us closer together as a family, and everyone is so excited for, you know, finally just celebrating with us and coming for like a housewarming and all that other good stuff. So yeah, guys, that's my little life update. Thank you for watching my vlog. I think I'll either end it here or I'll cook dinner and then end it there. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for everyone who has still subscribed to my channel. Please help me get to 400 subscribers, and yeah, thanks for watching.